أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقال رجل مؤمن من آل فرعون يكتم إيمانه أتقتلون رجلا أن يقول ربي الله وقد جاءكم بالبينات من ربكم إن يك كاذبا فعليه كذبه وإن يك صادقا يصبكم بعض الذي يعدكم إن الله لا يهدي من هو مسرف كذاب. My dear respected elders and brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, we come to you from home due to our circumstances that we are in with the lockdown and social distancing and the masajid being closed. Unfortunately, we cannot meet together as we usually do in the masajid, meeting and having these programs. And the programs are there and those are beneficial, but one of the things I always enjoy is meeting with our Muslim brothers and meeting with them and talking to them and seeing them. I miss it so much. But it is what it is, and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has given us great afiyat and great easiness. May Allah Ta'ala give everybody healing. May Allah Ta'ala keep everyone in good health. And may Allah Ta'ala give everyone afiyat and halal rizq and keep everybody in ease. Today we are carrying on, as the title of it is there, that we are carrying on from Surah Mumin, which is the 40th surah of the Quran. And also we are on the 24th juz from An Adlamu. And today we're starting from the 28th verse of the Quran, of the Surah Al-Mu'min. We ended off last week about Fir'aun and Musa alayhi salam, the confrontation between them, and the fact that Fir'aun, he was threatening to kill Musa alayhi salam. All Musa alayhi salam did was come and give them the da'wat of the haqq and the truth and Islam, bring them the tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Fir'aun, he threatened to kill Musa alayhi salam and told his people that he wanted to kill them. And he said, Daruni aqtul Musa wal yad'u rabbah. That leave me, let me kill Musa. And he, of course, had his politics as well. Fir'aun was a great politician and usually had his ways and his plots on how he can trick the people. He was tricking the people already, then making them think that he was the Rabb and he was the God, na'udhu billah. So he said to them, Inni akhafu an yubaddila dinakum. I'm afraid that he's going to change your religion. And of course that religion comprised of them worshipping him and giving lots of money and wealth to him and listening to him and obeying him. So he was telling them that I'm afraid he's going to take you away from your religion, brainwash you, as they like to say. Oh, ayyudhira fil ardi fasad. He was the one spreading fasad, but and fitna and spreading all the bad stuff in the world. But he had said that it is Musa that's going to spread the bad things in the world. And Musa alayhi salam had not done anything terrible. He did not cause any disruption in the earth. He wasn't killing anybody. This is a man, Fir'aun, who was slaughtering the children and doing such oppressions, autad, pegging people to the walls with nails and killing whoever got in his way. But yet he was saying that I'm fearing that this man who came with a staff and just told me to believe in one God, he's the one that's going to spread mischief, and he's the one that's going to brainwash you, and he's the one that needs to be killed. We ended off also that last verse. Musa alayhi salam's reply to that was, Inni uttu bi rabbi. All I can do is ask for protection from you and my Lord. Min kulli mutakabbirin la yu'minu bi yawm al-hisab. Definitely you are a person who is prideful. You're not believing in anything. You have such pride, la yu'minu bi yawm al-hisab, and you do not believe in the day of resurrection. You don't believe in the day of retribution. Obviously, if you're acting like this, you don't believe in any day where Allah Ta'ala will bring you to account. So, hearing that Fir'aun wanted to kill Musa alayhi salam, and knowing that this was a clear crime and such zulm and such oppression, that such a man like Musa alayhi salam, who would want to kill him? He's just preaching, is a preacher. Basically what we say these days, he's a preacher, and he's just calling people towards his religion. So for Fir'aun to want to kill him, that was a terrible thing. But of course, because the people, Ali Fir'aun, they were, we did the ayat before, فَاسْتَخَفَّ قَوْمَهُ فَأَطَاعُوهُ. He made them idiots, he made them stupid. فَأَطَاعُوهُ. And they followed him. Why they follow him? إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمًا فَاسِقِينَ. I told you before that when fisk and sinning, and especially open sinning, is in people, so then Allah Ta'ala takes away their logic and takes away what they should be thinking and what they should be knowing. And you'll find people who outwardly look very intelligent and look like very educated people, but yet the most idiotic and things which are against common sense come in front of them, and they happen to believe it. Some of the source of that is fisk, sins, zina, drinking, all these different sins that they get involved in. It takes away their capacity of logic and how to decipher something with common sense. Anyway, so today's verse is about a beautiful person. Some ulama have given in the name. Allah Ta'ala have kept it hidden what his name was, but showed about the quality. He was a man, and mu'minun, and he was a believer in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And the third thing, which was a surprise, but nothing to be surprised in the story of Musa alayhi salam, because we already have Musa alayhi salam, the prophet who was, raised in the castle and under the tutelage and under the watchful eye of Fir'aun, and yet he was the one who went against Fir'aun later on. So it's not far-fetched in this story that where the source of the khair is coming from, it's not far-fetched that it can come from someone who is right next to Fir'aun. So Allah Ta'ala says, min ali Fir'aun. This was a person from the family of Fir'aun. Many mufassirin say that he was the first cousin of Fir'aun. Some ulama give the name of Hithqeel, that his name was Hithqeel. Allah wa Ta'ala knows best. There are many ulama who say, abhimu ma amhamallah. Whatever Allah Ta'ala has kept hidden, keep it hidden. Why? Because the details of these stories many a time are not the purpose. It's not the purpose. What we want is the maqsad and the what we call the summary, or the it's not coming in my mind, what you would call the moral of the story. That's exactly what it is, the moral of the story. If we start thinking about the wife of Aziz Misr, what's her name? If we start thinking about all these different things, the dog in Surah Al-Kahf, what was the color of that dog? All of these different details, then when a person goes into the details, they sometimes like to emphasize on those things and focus on those things. And it takes you away from the reason why Allah wa Ta'ala mentioned these stories. And these stories have been mentioned for the mere fact that we are supposed to take ibrah and lesson from them and know the gist of them and the summary of them and the moral of them. And that is the fact that this man understood that something was going wrong. He believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he spoke haqq and tried to bring his people towards the truth. But he realized and detected something was wrong. That when you detect something wrong, you should speak out. And of course with the hikmah. يَكْتُمُ إِيمَانَهُ. He knew if he would have said, I believe in Allah Ta'ala, and came in front of them and said, I believe, and they would have killed him. So he had, of course, his plan and his hikmah and his wisdom, hiding his faith. He talked to Fir'aun. He was the family of Fir'aun, so obviously Fir'aun had a soft spot for him, and felt that he can, try and influence Fir'aun to get your mind right and don't try and kill this man. It's not a good political move also, and it's not a good move in regards to the history from before. It wasn't very far long before that the people of Ad and the people of Thamud and the people from before, Nuh alayhi salam's people, they all got killed. We already did the stories of them in this surah. That they all got destroyed because of the things that they did. And now you are going to go that same route as them. So please understand and think about what you're going to do. This man is a good man. And if he's a bad man, don't worry. Things will take care of themselves. If he's lying about Allah Ta'ala, he's lying about being a prophet of Allah Ta'ala, Allah will take care of him. If not, then we'll be in deep trouble, because then we're going against the prophet. And from the past, we can see from history, going against the prophets is not a good idea. So let's do the ayat. وَقَالَ الرَّجُلُ مُؤْمِنٌ مِنْ آلِ فِرْعَوْنَ. And a man who was a believer from the family of Fir'aun, from the people of Fir'aun, and ulama say particularly he was really the family of Fir'aun, the first cousin. He was the son of the aunt of Fir'aun, yes. يَكْتُمُ إِيمَانَهُ, hiding his faith. He hid his faith. Not always, you don't always have to expose yourself and be the mujahid of the year. Sometimes you have to, look towards the hikmat and the wisdom Our ulama and our satis, our teachers used to tell us that even when Musa alayhi salam was confronted by the magicians and told to do, place down what you want to do. Musa alayhi salam told him, Bel alku. He told them, rather you place down. This was magic. This was something that was an evil deed, magic. But still Musa alayhi salam was telling him, you do it first. Why? He wanted to set his stage, set his platform, make sure that he proves his point, and let them do a little something first, and then he would reply to them, which would even be more effective in his da'wah. So sometimes we have to have the wisdom. We talked about this many, many times, the wisdom in the da'wah, and sometimes it might be not completely exposing everything that we want, but getting to our point gradually. So yaktumu imanahu. He wasn't ready to expose his faith. He felt that if I can advise these people and let them understand what is logically correct and talk to them on their platform, then they might listen to me. If I come out and say, I believe in Allah and I believe in Musa, they'll kill me right on the spot. So yaktumu imanahu, he was hiding his faith. Atakutuluna rajula, are you going to kill a man? This is murder now. You're going to kill this person. And what's the reason why? He hasn't done any murder. He hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't threatened you. Ayyakula Rabbi Allah. All he's saying is that my Lord is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How many people these days, na'udhu billah, these stories that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells, they have such connection with history and such connection with our present situations and future situations. Allah ta'ala mentions these stories and they have the name of Fir'aun in there, they have the name of Musa alayhi salam, they have that ancient aspect to it. It happened many years ago, but it's the same thing happening. The same thing happening. People who are saying La ilaha illallah, people who have faith are being murdered and killed simply and merely for that reason that they are believers. Simply for that reason. That they just believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are Muslims and they are believers and they are getting killed and nobody's saying about it. We don't have a rajul mu'min these days. Na'udhu billah. Allah ta'ala forgive all of us that we are enjoying our lives while our Muslims are getting slaughtered and getting so much oppression to them, and we don't say anything and we are enjoying ourselves, and many of the ummah are making efforts. May Allah ta'ala bless them for their great efforts and even their words and their efforts and going there and giving food to those people, everything. But the majority of us, including myself, we are quiet and we have our own lives and our own happiness. And look what happened now everything, look what happened. One of my teachers was giving us advice and sending a message to us, and he said, this is what's going on now. It could be, quite possibly, the years and years of those people with bombs being thrown on them and their families being raped and killed and things happening so wrong to them and raising their hands and crying. And they died also. And they're in their qabrs and they're gone for years. Whatever it may be, the 20, 30, 40, 50 years of Afghanistan and in so many places in Bosnia, these people raising their hands, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Al-Muntakim, Oh Allah, Intasir, Ya Allah, you please help us, take revenge for us. This could be the fruits of their du'as. May Allah Ta'ala protect us and forgive us. So, he says, Yaktumu imanahu. Are you killing a man, Ayyakula Rabbi Allah, that he's saying that Allah Ta'ala is my Lord? You're going to kill him? And not even that. It's not even just lip service, what we call. He's now bringing the proof as well. وَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ. I don't know about you guys, but I saw that staff turn into a serpent. I saw that serpent then eat up all the other magician serpents. I saw that illuminating, shining hand come out from his underarm. That was incredible. He has brought proofs to you. He's brought proofs. وَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. He's brought to you miracles. مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ, from your Lord. Try and prove those miracles false. You can't. All you're doing is now just retaliating with violence and want to kill him for no good reason at all. And this is not even the right way to go about it. Because if somebody claims that they are a prophet of God, if somebody claims that they are God, if somebody claims some false thing about a pure thing like religion, then you know what's going to happen. It's going to happen is that Allah Ta'ala is going to take care of him. It's going to happen. He will be cursed himself from his own Lord. So إِيَّكُ كَاذِبًا فَعَلَيْهِ كَذِبُ. The karma will happen. Karma. That was what I was thinking about. إِيَّكُ كَاذِبًا فَعَلَيْهِ كَذِبُ. If he's a liar, فَعَلَيْهِ كَذِبُ, then that lie will be against him. The detrimental effects of that lie will be against him. People will realize, it'll come to fold. Everyone will understand that this person is a liar. And his Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he was a believer, and he knew, and he was not talking here, not necessarily talking here in regards to the same, level as Fir'aun. He was, hiding his faith, but of course you can only hide it so much. He knew that if somebody lies against their Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to take care of them. He's going to take care of them. And he's going to talk about it, that you people also, you're lying, you people are denying Allah subhanahu. Allah's going to take care of you. So he's telling them that, listen, anybody who now lies against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will take care of them. So if he lies, then the detrimental effects of that lie will be against him. وَإِيَّكُ صَادِقًا, and if he's a truthful person, and if he's telling the truth, then that's not good for us. Why? يُصِبُكُمْ بَعْضُ الَّذِي يَعِدُكُمْ, it will afflict you some of that which he's promised you. He's promised you that you're going to get punished. If you don't believe, bad things are going to happen. Some of that's going to afflict you. It's going to happen. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَهْدِي مَنْ هُوَ مُسْرِفٌ كَذَّابٌ, Allah Ta'ala does not guide that person, musrif, who exceeds the limits, a transgressor, one who goes against the hudud, and goes against the boundaries of Allah Ta'ala, like Fir'aun, who was going in excess against the deen of Allah Ta'ala, went all the way to the zenith of ma'asiyat and the zenith of sin and disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by claiming that he's Allah. Ana rabbukum al-a'la, na'udhu billah. So he's telling him here that if you're going to be a transgressor as you are, kadhab, a liar, a denier, one who's lying all the time, you're lying. You told us what? That you what? Daruni aqatul Musa. We already said that most of the Mufassirin say that Fir'aun was lying about this. He was scared out of his wits for Musa alayhi salam. When he saw that serpent come in front of him and he knew that was real, he was so scared that you'll find in the Quran throughout that Musa alayhi salam is allowed to do his da'wah. He's talking to Bani Israel. He's going about his business and nothing's happening to him. This man who killed everybody's son, or most of the people's sons who were being born, now Musa alayhi salam is walking around giving da'wah. Why? Most of the Mufassirin say that Fir'aun was too scared to do anything. Inside, he was very scared to do anything. Of course, at the ending, when he wanted to take the Bani Israel, then he tried to go after them and try to kill Musa alayhi salam, and he saw what happened. Whatever he was thinking actually did happen, and he was destroyed by Musa alayhi salam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed him, obviously. So, Mikaeel, or this person who's hiding his faith from the family of Fir'aun, or the people of Fir'aun, he's telling him, listen, that you people, you're a liar, O Fir'aun. You are a liar. You said you want to kill Musa, you want to kill him, you ain't going to kill him. And you are telling the people that he's going to change your religion. You're telling the people he's the one spreading fasad. You are the one that's a transgressor. You are the one that's a liar. If that's the case, then you're not going to be guided here. So Musa, this Rajul Mumin, he goes to the people and starts talking to the people. And he goes over and over. You'll see this, the next page and a half is about this, him pleading to his people that please listen to this message. And he says here in the next verse, يا قوم لكم الملك اليوم ظاهرين في الأرض فمن ينصرنا من بأس الله إن جاءنا قال فرعون ما أريكم إلا ما أرى وما أهديكم إلا سبيل الرشاد. He says here, يا قومي. Again, رجل مؤمن من آل فرعون, this person, you want to call him Mikaeel, the believer from the people of Fir'aun. He says, O my people, يا قومي, O my people, لكم الملك اليوم ظاهرين في الأرض. What was the main reason, what would be stopping these people from believing in Musa alayhi salam? Musa alayhi salam in his tattered clothing, simple clothing, with his staff in hand, trying to help out this Bani Israel. Bani Israel, slaves basically, workers, foreigners, the weak. And the people of Fir'aun, strong, very, very dominant, rich, everybody having their own palace, and all the women on their side, and all the pomp and the government, and everything was on their side. And we know that this power, and we see it every day, and we know, and there's no need for us to openly talk about these things, we can see how this power and this dominance, this popularity and this success, how it blinds a person. How it makes a person feel that they are invincible, that nothing can stop them. Nothing can do anything to them. And we're seeing now that It's a small germ, small little flu. It's not even that deadly also. We should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that this sickness is not like we think before. If you would have told the person a pandemic, a plague is coming, you would think everyone's going to die. That, once you get it, you die. That's what the picture of a plague was when you look at the Spanish flu of 1918, and before that, and even in Islam, the ta'un of Amwas and all these things, that it seemed like if you got it, you were gone, and thousands of people dying every day. So now we're looking at this. The numbers are minimal. They're not even that much compared to what we would think that a plague was. So we should thank Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. He's not made this a very, very deadly sickness. It's not even that deadly. But still, everybody's in disarray. From this small little sickness, the most powerful of people have been basically, deemed powerless. And now they don't know what to do. And they're trying their different methods and trying different things what to do to cast it off and to fight it and things like that. But they are definitely been shooken. So that's why his emphasis here is that, listen, the main thing that is going to now block you and stop you from believing in this Musa alayhi salam is your position and your status. Don't think that now that is something that is eternal. Don't think it's something that can never ever end. It can end. It can end. We walk through the ruins of the nations of the past, the big kingdoms of Rome and the Faris and the Persians, and of course at their time the Ahzab, the Qawmi Ad, Qawmi Thamud. They were seeing these people's ruins, that these people were invincible one time, and now just a story, now just a sightseeing place. So you can be like that also. So now he's bringing emphasis on that listen, the main rukawat and the main barrier which is stopping you from coming to Musa alayhi salam and believing, don't let that be the barrier. Don't be tricked and duped by that. He says, Ya qawmi, O my people, lakumul mulkul yawm. Today the kingdom is yours. Today the kingdom belongs to you. Dhahirina fil ard, you are the most powerful in all of the earth. Yes, you have the kingdom, you have the palaces, you have the money, you have the government, you have people under you, you are governors, you are wazir, wuzara, fir'aunis, everything seems to be right. فَمَن يَنْصُرُنَا مِن بَأْسِ اللَّهِ. But remember, the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ, over every knowledgeable person is Alim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala is the invincible. He is the one who's qahar. He's got the power over everyone. Qadirun ala kulli shay, the one who can do everything. فَمَن يَنْصُرُنَا. Who's going to help us? Min ba'sillah, from the punishment of Allah ta'ala. Do you think your kingdoms will hold up when Allah ta'ala sends a storm? When Allah ta'ala sends His angels? When Allah ta'ala sends His plagues, His punishments? Do you think you're going to hold up? You're going to be able to do something? You're going to die anyway in this world anyway. It's going to happen as well. You're not invincible. Each one of you are passing away as we speak. So فَمَن يَنْصُرُنَا مِن بَأْسِ اللَّهِ. Who's going to help us from the punishment of Allah Ta'ala in ja'ana, if it comes to us? If we keep rejecting, it's possible it's going to come. Who's going to help us? قَالَ فِرْعَوْنَ. So now Fir'aun cuts him off and basically does not give any answer, but just says, listen, that's my decision. We're going to try and kill Musa. We're going to go against him. So he says, قَالَ فِرْعَوْنَ. Fir'aun said, مَا أُرِيكُمْ إِلَّا مَا أَرَى. I cannot give you an opinion except for the opinion I've given. This is the only opinion. And that's what at the end of the day it is, right? The leader, whatever he says, he's going to stick to that. Unless Allah Ta'ala has given him the qualities, like Allah Ta'ala gave the qualities to our Khulafai Rashideen, that an old lady could come to them and give them a good opinion, and they would change an opinion that was going to be drastic and was going to be very, very effective in their governments and whatever. A small old lady would come in front of Umar radiallahu anhu and recite an ayat of Quran, kind of waqafan in the ayat of Quran. They say that Umar radiallahu anhu, he used to stop and halt right in front of the recitations of the Quran. When someone would bring a dalil in front of him, he would stop and think, and he would take the advice of very simple people, and he would not even go about what he wanted to do. This was the great tawazu and the great hikmat and wisdom and the great truthfulness of those people of the past. But unfortunately, Fir'aun was not like this. What he said, he didn't say you're wrong. You couldn't say that you're wrong. What are you talking about? What he said, Ma urikum illa ma ara. It's my decision. It's what I'm going to do. I cannot give you any opinion except for the opinion I've given. I can't show you anything except for that which I showed you. وَمَا أَهْدِيكُمْ. and I cannot guide you except to the right way. Meaning what I'm saying is right. Ma ahdikum. I cannot show you to any way except sabil al-rashad, the way of right, the way of correctness. This is my correct view, the right way. This is what we have to do. This is the right thing. We have to kill this man. So, falling on deaf ears, they say. He was telling them, and they were not even listening, and Fir'aun just basically did not hear anything that he said, and said, listen, what I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. I don't care. Which is the quality of many leaders, especially those who are kings and things like this. Now, we can see that again, the believer the believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the people of Fir'aun, he now again focuses on the people. That maybe Fir'aun doesn't have a chance, but the people have a chance. These are my friends, these are my people. Let me still talk to them and try to advise them. So he says, وَقَالَ الَّذِي آمَنَ يَا قَوْمِ إِنِّي أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُمْ مِثْلَ يَوْمِ الْأَحْزَابِ. Okay, logic did not work. I tried to give you some very logical, positions and some logical, things in front of you, and try to tell you what I think you should do, and no one gave me an answer, and I just got back, the answer of Fir'aun, which is an answer of pride and an answer of stubbornness. Let's see if you can get a little afraid. Let's see if you can get afraid and feared, because I told you guys that you don't think that your kingdom is going to help you. If Allah Ta'ala sends punishment, what's going to happen? Let's now look at an example from the past. If you guys didn't understand my point, let me give you some prime examples. قَالَ الَّذِي آمَنَ. Then he said, meaning the one who believed, meaning this person Mikaeel, or if you want to call him the man who believed from the family or the people of Fir'aun, Ya qawmi, O my people, inni akhafu alaykum, I fear for you. I'm afraid for you, mithla yawm al-ahzab. I'm afraid for you that the likes of what happened to the groups before is going to happen to you. I fear the days of the people of the past. That's what I'm going to say. Yawm min ayyam al-ahzab. Yani, the days of the people of the past. Meaning, Nuh alayhi salam, the people of Nuh alayhi salam, how they were destroyed by drowning. The people of Thamud, the people of Ad, all the different people, Qawmi Shu'aib, Qawmi Saleh, all these different people who passed away and were killed and were punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because they were prideful and didn't listen to the beautiful message that was given them by the Prophet, and the result was that they got punished. Let me warn you that I'm thinking that's going to happen to you. This looks like it's the same exact pattern, the same exact thing. A prophet's coming to you, you're not listening to him, and that same result's going to happen. And you're getting those warnings as well. Even the miracles have come. So that's why he says, Yawm al-Ahzab, the days or the punishment of the groups of people, the great groups from before. Ahzab means sabiqa, the nations of the past, the great nations of the past. Great in the way that the ability and the intelligence, kanu mustabsirin, man ashaddu minna quwwa, their strength and Allah Ta'ala tells the people of Mecca and the Quraysh that you think you're strong? These people, ulaik al-ahzab, these people were strong. You're sitting in the desert in tents fighting over water. These people had pastures, they had animals, they had children, they had families, they had strength. They were taking out, uprooting trees with their hands. They had everything, but yet they were destroyed. If that's the case with them, what do you think is the case with you? You think you are invincible? Never. You don't even have the qualities of being invincible. If anybody was invincible, it was them, and they were destroyed like nothing. كانوا كحشيم محتدل كنخل, like they were like the trees that were uprooted, after Allah Ta'ala says, in pieces, destroyed completely. So Allah Ta'ala mentions this, that the person who believed from the people of Fir'aun, O my people, I'm afraid for you that the same thing is going to happen, the likes of the days and punishment of those people of the past. Who were they? Allah Ta'ala explains this is who the Ahzab? مثل دأب قوم نوح وعاد وثمود والذين من بعدهم وما الله يريد ظلما للعباد. The likes of the ways of the people of Nuh, and the ways of the people of Ad, and the ways of the people of Thamud, and وَالَّذِينَ مِن بَعْدِهِمْ, the people who came after them. Any of those sabiqa, the nations of the past who were destroyed, all of them, that long line of people who thought they were invincible, and the similar, pattern. Allah Ta'ala mentions another verse, أَتَوَاصَوْا بِهِ, that it almost seemed like all of these qawms, for example, the qawm of Nuh, Allah Ta'ala brings a rhetorical question, an incredible ayat, part of an ayat, أَتَوَاصَوْا بِهِ. Have these people left some advice for the people come after? Have they left a will? Did the people of Nuh leave a will for the people coming after them? That when a prophet comes to you and tells you about this clear message and brings miracles in front of you, and you know in your heart it's right, reject it and don't follow them. And those people did that and got destroyed, but left a will for the next people and told them, listen, a man's going to come to you, is going to say about Allah Ta'ala, reject him, and you might get punished like us. And atawasobi, have they left wills about this? That each people that are coming are following the same pattern, rejecting their prophets and getting destroyed? So Allah Ta'ala is explaining this fact to us, and of course through hikayatan, showing the story of this man who believed from the people of Fir'aun that, oh my people, I'm afraid that your punishment is going to be like them. And what, like who? Like the way of the people of Noah. They were drowned. Or like the people of Ad. Or like the people of Thamud. Or anyone who came after them. Whoever you want to be, whoever rejected their prophet and got punished, your result is going to be the same. وَمَا اللَّهُ يُرِيدُ ظُلْمًا لِلْعِبَادِ. Listen, Allah Ta'ala does not want any oppression for His servants. Allah Ta'ala is giving you the signs. Allah Ta'ala is giving you the advices. He's bringing in front of you Musa. He's bringing in front of me in front of you. He's warning you. He's telling you, even without us, when you go home at night and you look up in the skies and you're sitting in your bed and you're thinking, oh my God, why am I here? And who is Allah? And who's this? These are all signs He's giving you. Don't try and say later on that there was some zulm done to me, that I didn't know about this. Allah Ta'ala does not do zulm with anyone. Allah Ta'ala does not want zulm. He does not want oppression for anyone. That's why He sends His messages. Someone must say, dhulman here means azab. Allah Ta'ala does not want any azab for His servants also. Allah does not want that His servants be punished. Allah doesn't want this. So Allah Ta'ala is showing, listen, I am not leaving any stone unturned. I'm telling you what you have to do. I'm giving you a clear picture in front of you, what you're supposed to do. Listen to it. Don't start saying on a day of judgment that, oh my God, I didn't know. Because Allah Ta'ala does not do any zulm. He doesn't want any zulm for His servants. Therefore, that scenario is impossible for Allah Ta'ala. Next ayat. وَيَا قَوْمِ إِنِّي أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُمْ يَوْمَ التَّنَادِ. Allah Ta'ala says that, oh my people, meaning this is the quote of the man who believed from the family of Fir'aun or the people of Fir'aun, oh my people, I fear for you the day of calling, يَوْمَ التَّنَادِ, the day when people will call each other. We did already a few names of the day of Qiyamah, يوم الطلاق, يوم الآزفة. We did those few. يوم الطلاق mean from mulaqat, the day when people will meet with each other. Allah Ta'ala will meet with His servants. Angels will meet with the Ahl al-Ard, will meet with the Ahl al-Sama. The Dhalim will meet with the Madloom. Face to face they'll be together. All these different people will be meeting who usually didn't meet before. So that was one, يوم الطلاق. يوم الآزفة, the day coming close. The day, كل آت هو قريب. And now here's another one, يوم التناد, which comes from tanadi, munada, calling. People will call each other. The ulama say what? يعني يوم التناد منادات الناس بعضهم بعضا. People will be calling each other. And sometimes Allah Ta'ala will be calling. For example, أصحاب الأعراف. We see in the Quran, رجال يعرفون بسيماهم ينادي أصحاب وينادي أصحاب الجنة أصحاب النار. The people of Jannah will be calling out to the people of the fire. And the people of fire will be calling out to the people of Jannah. And there will be announcements of people who are in Shaqawa. Allah Ta'ala will announce, O people of Shaqawa, O people who are wretched. And the people of Sa'adah will be called out. And Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, when the people of Jannah are in Jannah and the people of Jahannam are in Jahannam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call out, and He will make the biha of the maut, of the death, and He will say, Ya Ahl Jannah, khuludun la mauta, wa ya Ahl al-nar, khuludun la mauta. O people of the Jannah, today you're forever. Today's going to be forever and eternal. La mauta, there's no more death. O people of the fire, foreverness. There's eternal. There's no death here also. So different announcements are going to be made. So many hadith in the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Yunadi munadin yawm al-qiyamah. On the day of Qiyamah, an announcer will call out. It could be Allah Ta'ala, could be an angel. We got the month of Ramadan is coming. One hadith of the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, where one person will call out on the day of Qiyamah, and it's probably an angel. And what will he call out? He will call out, أَيْنَ الَّذِينَ تَتَجَافَى جُنُوبُهُمْ عَنِ الْمَضَاجِعِ. Where are those people who used to sleep less on the night? تَتَجَافَى جُنُوبُهُم. Their sides were laying down a minimal amount of time at night, meaning they were staying up and worshipping Allah Ta'ala. So then Rasulullah in this hadith says that فَيَقُومُونَ, some people will stand up, وَهُمْ قَلِيل, but they're very few amount of people, not so many. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell them that you enter into Jannah bighayri hisab. Can you imagine? And this is when all the people will be gathered before the hisab happens. So these type of call-outs will be there. These type of call-outs will be, announcements will be made. وَامْتَازُوا الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ. Announcements from Allah Ta'ala. That today, all of the people who were good and all the people who were criminals and bad and wrongdoers, separate yourselves. No longer are you going to be mukhtalit and together and mixed up. We don't know who's good and who's bad. The good, the bad, and the bad. Pani ka pani, dur ka dur, we say, right? In Urdu, let the milk be milk and let the water be water. Let's separate the two. Who's the fake and who's the real ones? Munafiqeen, one side. Every single people will call to their imam. So I'm just giving you examples. On this day, a lot of announcements, a lot of call-outs. That's why it's called Yom Tanad. And what is this person? He's saying, I'm afraid on that day it's going to be bad for you. Who's going to be your imam? Other ayats we did before. That if they're going to die, their imam's going to be Fir'aun. Fir'aun will lead them into the fire. He's the one that's going to take them into the fire. And the ayats come about it. I can't recall them right now. I'm not a hafidh, and I always have problems recalling ayat. But we know there's ayats and there's verses that are there that shows that Fir'aun is going to lead these people towards the fire. He's going to be their imam. So I fear for you that day when the different announcements are going to come out, and the evil announcements, the bad announcements, those are going to be for you because you're going to die with no faith. Allah Ta'ala mentions and says, يَوْمَ تُوَلُّونَ مُدْبِرِينَ مَا لَكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ عَاصِمٍ وَمَن يُضْلِلِ اللَّهُ فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ هَادٍ. Allah Ta'ala says, يَوْمَ تُوَلُّونَ مُدْبِرِينَ, the day when you will turn your backs, running away. You will turn on your backs. You will be running away, trying to escape. هَلْ إِلَى خُرُوجٍ مِّن سَبِيلٍ. Is there any exit around here? I can get out. Can I get out from here, please? Can I go back? Can I go back to فَرْجِعْنَا نَعْمَلْ صَالِحًا. Let us go back. Everyone's going to try and escape. So this is the day when they'll try to escape, and they'll be turning their backs and running away. To waluna. Turning, mudbirin means running. Meaning dubr is your back, showing your back. When a person runs away, he shows his back. So that's why it's called mudbirin. The day when you'll turn and run away. مَا لَكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ عَاصِمٍ. But that day you cannot run. There's no no running course here. There's nothing that you can run away from. There's no rocks to hide behind. There's no trees to go under. There's no room you can hide in. مَا لَكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ عَاصِمٍ. There will be no savior for you except from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There will be no savior for you from Allah Ta'ala, meaning from the azab of Allah Ta'ala. There will be no one who can save you and safeguard you. وَمَن يُضْلِلِ اللَّهُ. Whoever Allah Ta'ala has led astray, فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ هَادٍ. On that day, there will be no guider for him. Guidance, it's too late on that day. You will not be able to be guided on that day if you've been led astray. Now, the رَجُلٌ مِّنْ آلِ فِرْعَوْنَ, رَجُلٌ مُؤْمِنٌ مِّنْ آلِ فِرْعَوْنَ, the believer from the people of Fir'aun, he now brings another important point. This is the last verse we'll do today. And he basically is trying to tell his people that, listen, appreciate the situation you've been put in. Appreciate that a prophet is coming to you, and that prophet is now calling you towards the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. before that prophet goes away for some reason. And then, like it was with Yusuf alayhi salam, your forefathers, like it was with him, where you didn't appreciate him, and then when he left, you said, oh, we lost out on him and we'll never get someone like him again. Don't learn from the past mistakes of your forefathers. If you can't learn from the mistakes of the people of the past, the Sabaqa, at least learn the mistakes of your Qibti people. You did not appreciate Fir'aun. You did not appreciate Yusuf alayhi salam. And we know that this story is taking place in Misr. And we know that the reason why prophethood and Musa alayhi salam, the whole mission of prophethood moved to Misr was because Yusuf alayhi salam, he was moved from Sham all the way to Misr. And that's where the markaz of prophethood now started there. And we did it in Surah Yusuf, the ayat when the Yahud and Jewish people asked Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that why was the prophethood now moved to Misr? It was all the way in Sham and then it went to Misr. How'd that happen? And then the Surah Yusuf was sent down. So Yusuf alayhi salam was in the past of these people. He came and he was of course from the Sham. He was a foreigner. The Bani Israel, his same people, the Canaaneen, yani the people of Canaan, they were the people of Sham. And they came, they were foreigners, and Yusuf alayhi salam, incredible story. They knew about his story also, undeniable, beautiful story. And he became the leader, such justice and such greatness he was there. And he led, the people, but always the people who believed in him at that time, but they were racist. They were prejudiced against, they didn't like the fact that a person from Canaan and Sham was leading them. They were Coptic, they were the Qibtiyun, and it was their land, so they felt that they should be leaders and they should be the kings and things like this. So those things were there. He had the power, they couldn't do that. But later on, after Yusuf alayhi salam passed away, they realized, as things started degrading, they realized that he was such a great man and such great justice he had. He was such a good person. We didn't appreciate him. So that is one tafsir of this ayat. Another tafsir of this ayat is that he's just saying this, showing that you people never believed in Yusuf alayhi salam, now you're not believing in Musa alayhi salam. Some ulama say that he's just telling that you are lying. You people never ever believed in Yusuf alayhi salam. Let's do the ayat and we'll finish up on there. وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ يُوسُفُ مِنْ قَبْلُ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ فَمَا زِلْتُمْ فِي شَكٍّ مِّمَّا جَاءَكُمْ بِهِ حتى إذا هلك قلتم لن يبعث الله من بعده رسولا كذلك يضل الله من هو مسرف مرتاب. Allah Ta'ala says here, لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ يُوسُف. This is the person from Fir'aun's people who believed, he's saying this, that Yusuf already came to you from before. You've seen this already. A prophet coming to you and you not appreciating him. So Yusuf alayhi salam already came from before bil bayyinat with clear proofs. He had miracles as well, he had proofs. فَمَا زِلْتُمْ فِي شَكٍ. When he was alive and you were with him, and not you, he's talking about their forefathers. Obviously, Yusuf alayhi salam had died many years before Musa alayhi salam. So he's talking about your forefathers. He's speaking to the abana, but talking about the aba. Speaking to the children, the progeny, but talking about their forefathers. So, فَمَا زِلْتُمْ, you people, meaning your forefathers, they were continuously in doubt about what he brought. And he has that same similar condition like Musa alayhi salam, a prophet of Allah Ta'ala, Tawheed, speaking about the haqq and the oneness of Allah Ta'ala, and he had proofs also, he had miracles. But the one thing he had that Musa had, he was a leader, and you couldn't do nothing. You had to kind of believe in him, so you did not disbelieve him, but you had shak in him. You had doubt. You were skeptical. You were skeptical, and you were taking things with you didn't really like it. Why? Because of the racism, and because they couldn't understand the fact that why is this Canaani person our leader? This was the thing that was bothering them. And then later on, as years went by, Fir'aun came and the people came up, and then once they came, that racism and that prejudice turned into the mu'amala and the terrible treatment of the people of Bani Israel. Anyway, so he says, فَمَا زِلْتُمْ فِي شَكٍ. You people were continuously in doubt, مِمَّا جَاءَكُمْ بِهِ, with what he brought to you. Meaning all those proofs and the adl and the truthfulness, everything he brought to you, the deen, you were in doubt about it. حَتَّى إِذَا هَلَكَ, until he passed away. And then you people saw that the adl, the trustfulness, the beauty of Yusuf alayhi salam, the akhlaq of Yusuf, it's gone now. Now the next person who took over is not the same like Yusuf. So, hatta idha halaka means mata. Until Yusuf alayhi salam passed away. What you said? Kuntum la yab'ath Allahu min ba'dihi rasula. That Allah Ta'ala will never send after him a messenger the likes of him. We'll never get someone like him again. Regret. You had regret. Your forefathers regretted and was so sad that they did not appreciate Yusuf alayhi salam. In the same way, oh my people, right now you've got Musa alayhi salam. He may go soon. Appreciate him. This is a prophet of Allah Ta'ala who's coming to you and talking to you. Don't make the same mistake as your forefathers made with Yusuf alayhi salam. كَذَلِكَ يُذِلُّ اللَّهُ مَنْ هُوَ مُسْرِفٌ مُرْتَابٌ. In this way, Allah Ta'ala misguides that person again who is transgressing, meaning Fir'aun and his people, murtab, who's in great doubt. Doubt, the main thing of course is the irtab, and murtab is the doubt that they had. They doubted in the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They doubted about the day of Qiyamah, mixed with their desires, and they didn't want to give in and be mukallaf and responsible for a'mal and deeds and doing good things. They didn't want that. They liked the evil, they liked the drunkenness and drinking, they liked the women, they liked the money, they liked everything. To sacrifice that was too difficult for them, and mixed with that, and also not believing in Allah Ta'ala and not having belief and not being brought up with that stuff, all of that mixed up was a bad recipe for their destruction and their disbelief. We'll stop there inshallah, even though the next ayat is connected to it, but we've done enough inshallah. May Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq to understand these verses, to make a amal on them, and understand here that this has a lot to do with what we're going through today also. Invincible people thinking that through their invincible nature and the fact that they're on top, that they can do whatever they want, oppress anybody that they want, do whatever they want, which is wrong. And it's going to happen. The result of it, and we understood also all along, everybody was anticipation that when is something going to happen bad, because it's just too much zulm, too much takabbur, too much pride, too much people claiming this type of power and this invincibility that I cannot be stopped. And now we see these days, may Allah Ta'ala protect and make people understand it's Allah Ta'ala's wisdom. He can do whatever He wants. He's wise in what He does. We see today that everybody now is not doing anything that they want. Everybody is in disarray. Everybody is in fear. Everybody's in confusion on what comes next and what are we supposed to do next. So, yes, it was Fir'aun. It was Musa alayhi salam. It was this man who believed. But you can see the story has the same type of elements in it as what we are going to today and what people will go on in the future and in the past as well. May Allah Ta'ala give us the insight of the Quran. Let us take lesson from it and turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's deen. Jazakumullah khairah for everybody who watched. I see Qari Usama Ahmad is there, and Riyaz Paracha, and Altaf Hussein. Junaid Saab, mashallah, is there as well. Siddiq Rahman, mashallah, Sheikh Asr Subadar, mashallah, is listening also. Why you should listen, mashallah, he knows all these things and he's much more knowledgeable than us. I hope, inshallah, he can take out the mistakes that I made and learn from it as something also from this, ignorant person I am. Kevin Shakil, of course, is there, and Sheikh Rizwan Kokar, mashallah, is here as well. Again, another alim, mashallah. I ask them to please overlook any mistakes I made in my tafsir. May Allah Ta'ala bless them, bless their families, bless all you guys and your families, keep you in afiyat and safety. For akhu da'wan, alhamdulillah.